At the end of this video, I'm going to tell you 3 things you must avoid if you want to have perfect chin chin. So first things first, you're going to add some flour in a bowl, go in with some sugar, add some baking powder. You're going to add some salt, you're going to add some milk, you're going to mix all of that together with a whisk or with your hand. Now don't worry about the detailed measurement or everything that I've used in the chin chin recipe. I'm going to drop it at the description box so that you can always refer back to it. So you're going to add some butter, you're going to add the flavor, and you're just going to mix that until the whole mix has a crumb-like appearance like you'd see in the video. Now you have to make sure that whatever you're doing, your hands are clean. You notice that I washed my hands, and you have to ensure that your hands are clean while working so that you don't contaminate the food you're making. So we're going to mix that and start to add water in bits so that the dough is formed like you can see me doing in the video. Continue to add, in little bits. Don't be in a hurry to just add the water. So just be adding in bits until it comes together. So if you've watched the video to this point, please give it a thumbs up, drop a comment, and then share the video so that more people can see it. So now that the dough is ready, we're going to allow that to sit. You're just going to cover it and allow it to sit for like 5 to 10 minutes. This allows all of the ingredients to properly blend, the sugar to melt well, and everything to just come together. So like I said, I promised to give 3 reasons that you're probably struggling with getting the perfect chin chin recipe. Sometimes people struggle with having oily chin chin, or it's rock hard, it's too strong, or the taste is not nice and all of that. But don't worry, I got you. I'm going to tell you why and the things that you can avoid. So you're going to sprinkle some flour onto a working surface, and then you're going to roll out the dough, and you're going to use a knife and cut it into strips. Now when rolling, you're going to roll it to about 1 centimeter thickness, because you don't want it to be too thin like you can see in the video. Then you're going to use a knife, or if you have a cutter, you're just going to use that, and then you cut into like sizable strips about this size, as you can see in the video, and then you're going to cut them into cubes. Don't worry, all of the processes I'm going to show you, so stay with me. So for starters, when you want to have the perfect chin chin, you have to have the perfect working recipe, which is why I have decided to give you this perfect recipe that you can always fall back to. If you want to make a larger quantity, all you have to do is to multiply, double or triple this particular recipe, and then you're safe. But if you just use any random recipe, or you eyeball the ingredients, you're going to be in trouble. So first things first, make sure that you have the perfect recipe that you can always use. We're done cutting all of the chin chin into cubes. You're going to heat up some oil. You can see that it's hot, but it's not hot enough. The moment you see that it starts to float at the top, then you know that the oil is hot enough. Then you start to add the chin chin in little batches. Just make sure that you're not overcrowding the oil. If you overcrowd the oil, you're going to give it you're going to make it too tight, and it will just soak up oil, and then it wouldn't fry well. So make sure that the oil isn't too choked up, and don't forget that when it goes into the oil, it would release itself, it will swell up a bit, so don't crowd the oil. So if you're following, you'd notice that I've given you another reason why your chin chin is probably not coming out well. Number 2, which is the fact that you add the chin chin too early into the vegetable oil. So you have to wait until it's hot enough so that it doesn't soak up oil due to you not allowing the oil to heat up well. Okay, so now that we've added the chin chin into the oil, you're just going to mix it a bit just to allow everything to have enough space to do its thing. And we're just going to allow this to fry and probably mix at intervals so that it doesn't burn under until it becomes golden brown, and then you take it off the heat. So lastly, on the possible reasons why your chin chin hardly comes out well, or you normally have rock hard or too soggy, or just chin chin that is far from what you'd want, is probably due to use of bad ingredients. Make sure that whenever you're buying ingredients, you're getting quality ingredients from the market. Make sure that the expiring dates are okay. Make sure that everything is intact, and then you'd be good to go. Also, make sure that the butter you're using, because adding butter helps to soften the chin chin, so make sure that you're using the correct quantity. Like I said, I will drop the measurements in the description box, so stick to this recipe and then you will be all right. If you've still watched to this point, thank you for watching, and I hope that you learned a thing or two. If you have any questions about the recipe, please feel free to ask me. I'll answer you, and I look forward to seeing your recipe tryouts and feedback on how this recipe, was for you. And I can guarantee you that if you try it, you're absolutely going to love this recipe. You can even use it to start a business. You can even use it for the festive seasons, or just as a snack for you to enjoy with your family or you alone, whatever the case may be. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please like, share, subscribe if you still haven't. And please, when you take it out of the oil, don't be quick to add it to cover it up. Allow it to cool down first, then you look for an airtight container, and then you just put it there. And this chin chin can last for over a month without going bad. You'll notice that I didn't add eggs. This is the reason why. If you want your chin chin to stay long, don't add eggs. Thanks for watching. Bye.